Hello, everyone, and welcome to Armstrong in the Loop podcast. I'm your host, Seth Prentice. Today, we're going to talk about the Harmony Zelienople Shamrock Shuffle. I'm proud to have my first two returning guests to the podcast, Joella Baker and George Villegas. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
It's already that time of year again where March is coming around the corner and we're getting ready for the annual Shamrock Shuffle. And for those listeners at home that might not be aware of what the Shamrock Shuffle is, Joella, please enlighten everyone.
The Shamrock Shuffle is a half marathon, 5K, and 1 mile run that's put on down in Harmony, Pennsylvania to benefit the Zelienople Rotary Club. And we are in, I think, our 11th year this year, which is just, great that we've been going on for this year or this long. And it's a fun race. It's open to the public. It's open to family members, people running with dogs, people running with strollers, people who want to walk, anybody who wants to come out and just enjoy the festivities. And the best part about it is like a giant party. So even though it's a race, it's more like a party and to celebrate St. Patrick's Day and have a lot of fun. Different parts of the course have different aid stations where they might have things like Jello shots or a cake stand or something fun like that, where people can really enjoy the entire run and celebrate St. Patrick's Day.
It sounds like a blast. You're still not talking me into the half, though, so good try. But before we get into the race itself, George, how did the Zelienople Rotary Club get involved with wanting to host a race or be involved with doing an event like this over St. Patrick's Day holiday?
Well, actually, it just happened naturally because Joella is a Rotarian as well, part of the Zelienople Rotary Club. And when she brought that to us, it was just a natural progression to want to support it. And over the years now, we've actually taken over a lot of the sponsors, getting sponsorships, getting the volunteers, those kinds of things, and we allow Joella to do what she's great at, and that's running the race, maintaining all those aspects of it. So we're happy to be part of it.
And I know that you raise a good bit of money that helps support local initiatives. What are some of the initiatives for the Zelienople Club that this race helps?
Well, the good thing about the Shamrock Shuffle, it is to date on an annual basis, it is the largest fundraiser for our club. So with that, we take that money into the general fund, and we use it for everything from our scholarships for outgoing seniors in the Seneca Valley School District. We have 6 scholarships, one journalism, there's one for trade school, and then the others are for general university students. We've also given money to the Zelienople Library, Parents in Toto. We also support the community park. Recently we put a ADA compliant playground equipment in
wow.
there. We've also put in adult exercise equipment, which is kind of nice. There's so many other things that we do. Turkey donations during Thanksgiving. We have the 4th of July parade. Also, a few years ago, we donated 6 sump pumps to the Harmony Fire District. So there's quite a few things.
Now, this year's shuffle is coming up, and people are going to want to know, when is this year's Shamrock Shuffle?
It's March 21st, Saturday. The first race is a half marathon. It starts at 7:30 in the morning. The second race will be at 10 o'clock, which is our 5K. And then our 1 mile will start usually around 10:45 or 11. And people who want to do the triple challenge can do all 3 races, and they get a special medal if they do all 3 races.
That's pretty awesome. Now, do you have to finish the half to then come back do the 5K and then do the 1 mile?
Yes, so you have to be within a different time or within a specific time frame with your running in order to get through all 3 of them. So it is a little bit of a challenge because of that and because of how difficult the half marathon course is.
And I want to get to that because you've put together this course that might be the hardest course in a tri-state region. correct?
Yeah, it's one of the toughest half marathon courses in the area. Yeah.
And you are able to use this as a qualifier too for some of the larger races, correct?
No, we're not USATF certified or anything, so we cannot use it for that. However, it's just something that people can kind of say, I survived this and I finished it and I did it well. And we're surprised at how many fast times. I've had actually people get their PR on this course. Even though there's a lot of uphills, there's a lot of downhills. So one complements the other. The one issue that we do have, and we've only run into it twice now, is a train going through during the race. So people actually got stuck at the train tracks last year. So we had to take that into account. But unfortunately, we can't adjust times or anything. And some people actually said it helped them because they got a little bit of rest and then they were able to pick it up for the remaining part of the race.
One thing I have to interject, since I'm usually at registration in the morning, I find it fascinating on how many people from all over the area, and I mean from Ohio or even New York and other places, have come in, just to participate in the race.
Wow.
So it's really interesting. It's neat to see that it's gotten that kind of notoriety.
I think last year we had 12 states represented.
That's incredible.
Yeah, so it's getting a lot of popularity, not just in this area, but throughout the region.
And I can imagine some people are using this as a precursor for the Pittsburgh Marathon or
They do.
Boston. You have a lot of races all at one time coming up in April, May. And here's a good time to go out and say, here's where I am and here's where I need to be.
Right, so a lot of people training for Boston or training for Pittsburgh will actually run miles before and then in between their races. So they'll do all three, and that allows them to get maybe a 20-mile run in that day. Without, and they're with company, they're with people, they're having fun, where a lot of times you're out doing a 20-mile run by yourself.
And it is a pretty cool setup because after the race, you do have a party there at the Harmony Inn, and there is green beverages, adults and children beverages,
yes,
mind you. But I think that's kind of the cool aspect where everyone comes together afterwards for just a huge party right there in the middle of Harmony.
Yeah, we have that as well as a lot of food and different things over at the Grace Church. And then we have, people who come in, like Dr. Ed from Evolve Wellness, who do massages and things like that for the runners. And different people come in and just put their items on display or hand out samples. So it's kind of fun even for the spectators because they have the opportunity to enjoy things while their friends are out running or family are out running.
Well, people are going to want to know, where and how can I register?
They can register on active.com, which is, they just need to look up Shamrock Shuffle and Harmony and it should pop up. They can also go to the Get Fit Families website and they can register off of that through active.com, but they can get the link there. And they can also just contact me directly and I can send them a registration form if they'd like to mail it in.
Perfect. And I know this question's going to be yes, but are we still in need of sponsors and volunteers?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Easiest way to get in contact to be a sponsor, George?
You can either contact us through our Facebook page, the Zelienople Rotary Club, or actually contact me personally, and I can help with that.
And we'll put all that information for the websites and everything in the show details. Is there anything in particular you're looking for? Is it mainly people out on the course? Do you need registration, pre-registration? What do we really need more than anything?
We mostly need people out on the course. This is the first year since probably 6 years that we are not going to have the girls softball team from Seneca Valley there because we pushed the date back a week and they have a clinic that they have to go to. So we're going to miss them at our aid station over by the Harmony, by the golf course over in Harmony. So we do need volunteers to hand out water and to take over that aid station right now. So that's one of the primary things. If we could get a fun group, a church group, a school group together to take that over, that would be wonderful.
Awesome. Anything else that we might have missed today that we definitely want to get out there to the public?
Well, I just like to mention on the sponsorship level, since we're still looking for sponsors, if you own a business, if you're part of a business that likes to help in the community and be recognized, we encourage you to look us up so that we can go ahead and tell you what's available. And we welcome anyone that wants to help.
Well, I want to thank you both so much for coming on today. I wish you the best of luck on Saturday, March 21st. And most importantly, we have great weather that day, because I know that could always fall in on one of those weird snow days. So I hope we have great weather, and I hope you have a great turnout.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
For Armstrong in the Loop podcast, I'm Seth Prentice, keeping you in the loop. Are you enjoying Armstrong in the Loop podcast? Great news! All past and current episodes are available on popular streaming apps and websites. Search Armstrong in the Loop podcast and subscribe today.